We will go on the record in the matter 24 CM 196, State of Wisconsin versus Scott Lang. Appearances are, we have the state appearing through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Mr. Lang appears in person with counsel Christopher Gramstrup. We're set today in this matter for a final pretrial. The court's drop dead date. We have a jury trial scheduled for July 17th. And I'm not certain if it's a 1 or 2 day trial.
The unexpected plea in a small Wisconsin courtroom. The case of State versus Scott Lang reaches a pivotal moment. The morning sun filters through tall windows as attorneys and the judge gather for what was supposed to be a final pretrial hearing. The air carries that familiar mixture of tension and formality that defines these proceedings. But within moments, everything changes. A plea deal was struck just this morning. Scott Lang will plead guilty to 1 count, with the second dismissed, 1 year probation, 4 months jail. The terms seem straightforward, a moment of resolution after weeks of legal maneuvering, yet tension fills the room, not from the defendant who sits quietly, but from an unexpected source. The victim's presence looms large through a video screen. Her voice, when it comes, will cut through the procedural calm like a blade. Before we go further, make sure to subscribe to our channel for real-life courtroom breakdowns just like this.
Looks like it's a 1 day trial. I believe, Mr. Gramstrup, can you update the court?
Yes, Your Honor. We were just very recently, and by that I mean earlier this morning, able to resolve the matter. So we'd request a plea and sentencing date on a joint recommendation. Terms would be that Mr. Lang would be pleading guilty to count 1. Count 2 would be dismissed outright. There'd be a joint recommendation of 1 year probation, 4 months jail imposed and stayed.
All right.
Interruption. Judge offers an earlier date, July 7th, but Scott Lang's attorney requests even sooner. His reason is refreshingly candid. Lang doesn't want to keep traveling to Burnett County. A moment that strips away legal formality and reminds us real life doesn't pause for legal drama. After checking schedules and consulting calendars, they agree on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. The court proceeds swiftly, and for a moment it seems like routine proceedings. The gavel is almost ready to fall, yet just as the matter seems settled, just as people prepare to leave, a voice cuts through. I'm the victim here. Nobody's ever contacted me. The words hang in sudden silence. The courtroom stops cold. Every head turns toward the video screen, and the atmosphere shifts from routine to riveting.
And so I would need to get that in before the jury date. I could do July 7th at 1:15.
That actually works for me.
Excellent. So July 7th, 1:15, you can come get your notice and then you would be free to leave.
Is there any way we can do this earlier? Because I do have a life besides running back and forth to Burnett County.
I know, but unfortunately,
No.
that's where we are. So I could do it. I would be able to do it today, but
A voice demanding to be heard from the video screen. The victim, identified only as MBR, addresses the judge. Frustration fills her voice. She was never told about the plea offer. She says this is the first she's hearing of it. Her rights, she argues, have been overlooked. The court listens with attention that comes when routine becomes anything but. Her tone is calm, yet the underlying emotion is unmistakable. Betrayal. She wants documents, clarity, and to be heard. The judge grants her the floor, an essential but often overlooked part of courtroom justice. Her voice becomes a reminder that victims aren't just case numbers, but human beings whose lives have been directly affected by the crimes that bring everyone to this room.
we don't have Mr. Gramstrup.
Chris, I thought you said you'd be able to do it maybe like on Thursday.
He might,
But
but
yeah, but I don't
depends
control
on
the
me.
judge's calendar. Right.
my calendar.
Yeah.
So this week on this week on Thursday, I have 1 slot available, and that would be at 10:30.
Fine with me.
I can do that, Your Honor.
So I can move it to
I-
this Thursday at 10:30,
That's fine.
as long as we can be in victims' rights compliance. Yes.
We can.
All right. So then we'll see you July
Well, I'm the victim
26th.
here. Nobody's ever contacted me.
Hi, Judge Mogan.
Am I able to say something?
Accounts in rising tension. They defense is quick to respond. I met with her. I'm surprised to hear her say that, claims the attorney. His tone carrying genuine bewilderment. From his perspective, proper communication occurred. He believes he fulfilled his obligations, but MBR stands her ground. She insists. She was only vaguely told a plea might happen, not that it had been accepted. The distinction is crucial to her. The courtroom atmosphere shifts. What began as a routine pretrial suddenly feels anything but routine. It's now about more than logistics. It's about trust, transparency, and the rights of those impacted. The energy in the room changes palpably.
Yes, you are. You please have a seat, Mr. Lang. This is victim of the case. Please state your initials for the record.
MBR.
All right, and what would you like the court to be aware of today?
I was not made aware of any plea offer being discussed. This is the first I'm hearing of it, which I believe is not in compliance with my rights to know what is going on in the case. So kind of frustrated at that. I've also requested for copies of documents.
Judicial intervention and pathway forward. The judge tries to clarify the sequence of events. With measured calm, the plea deal, he confirms, was only reached that very morning. He then asks MBR if she's in the local area, offering her the chance to meet with the victim witness coordinator. He doesn't push, just opens the door. MBR says yes, she can meet the next day. The court is attempting to bring her back into the fold. It's a subtle but powerful reminder. Victims aren't just evidence, they are part of the process. The judge's gentle intervention represents the system responding with humanity.
That have been filed, and I still have not received them. So I would just like the court to take note of that. I'm pretty frustrated. This is the first I've heard of any sort of plea discussion.
Yeah, I've met with her in person and talked with her about this. So I'm surprised to hear her say that.
I was told eventually a plea would be offered, but I was never told what the plea was, that it was accepted. I've had no further communication other than that.
And I'm just going to say what was stated on the record when I called the case from Mr. Gramstrup is the discussions happened this morning and it was only resolved this morning.
Documentation and deeper frustrations continues. Listing dates and filings she's requested, but never received. Motions from the 16th, 18th, 20th, and 23rd. She says she's asked multiple times, even today. Her voice carries the weariness of someone who has been asking repeatedly for the same documents. The prosecutor responds they just filed today. At 8:41 a.m. it's now 9:17, a procedural answer. But it doesn't erase the tension. This isn't just about paperwork, it's about feeling seen, respected, and included in a process that directly affects her life. The gap between legal procedure and human need becomes visible.
And so are you in the local area? I don't want you to tell me your address or anything like that, but would you be able to come in and meet with the victim? Is victim witness coordinator around this week?
Not today.
But tomorrow or Wednesday?
Yeah.
Would you be able to come in and meet with the victim witness coordinator and maybe the district attorney tomorrow or Wednesday, and then you can get the documents that you need and discuss all the things?
Yeah, the filing she's asked for are like motions. I've been describing those to her. So she asked today about the filings we did today, for example.
Resolution. And moving forward, the judge regains control with calm authority. He proposes keeping the Thursday plea in sentencing, but makes it clear MBR will have a chance to speak, whether she appears in person or on video. Her voice will be heard before any sentence is handed down. It's a small step, but a meaningful one. Justice isn't just about outcomes, it's about the path taken to reach them. His decision represents recognition that victims have a right to participate meaningfully in the resolution of their case. For now, the court adjourns, but the emotions in the room still linger.
No, I asked for
I don't know any motions that were filed
filings
except
back
I'm seeing
on
right
June
now.
12th, that you would give them to me when we met on, what is it, July 8th or July 10th? And then I inquired this morning about the ones on the 20th, 23rd, 18th, and 16th.
Yep, she inquired about that at 8:41. It is 9:17.
All right. So what we can do is I can keep it scheduled for Thursday. Or I guess I do have Friday open too. I have a few.
Can't do Friday, Your Honor.
Can't do
I can-
Friday.
No.
Human elements in legal proceedings is. Scott Lang walks up to receive his notice for Thursday. There's a sense that this case, like so many, is more than paperwork and calendars. It's about people, defendants, attorneys, judges, and victims, each navigating a system that tries to balance law with humanity. This morning's proceedings serve as a reminder of the challenge facing our justice system, balancing efficiency with humanity, serving legal requirements while honoring individual dignity. If this real courtroom moment made you think, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more real stories from inside the justice system.